come up. Just to have one of them run up, I'ma shoot one of these dumb fucks. It's their own fault if they catch around. Yeah, but they know better than to try us now. Cause if I'm lacking and not packing, they gon' kill me either way. Mama, I got a gun today. Mama, I brought a gun today. Case of home invasion. But now I think it's for these fucking racists. It's showing me the basics. And though I've shot plenty guns, I'm playing dumb and just thankful for the help is patience. I got choices to make. They going through all of the options and safety features to keep me safe. Like damn, who knew it was so important to hesitate? Wonder if law enforcement would care to demonstrate. Now I ain't looking for someone to come debate me on it. I'm just wondering if cops' guns come with safeties on them. Cause nowadays they let it ring without consideration. And here I thought there's such thing as rules of engagement. Plight of a nation, numb to it. Ain't much left to say. I pray for brighter days in a country that just be throwing shade. If I speak my peace or keep my peace, they gon' kill me either way. Mama, I brought a gun today.
Hello, caller.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, there you go. There you go. All right, hold on. You can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good now. I couldn't hear you before.
Okay, cool. All right, go ahead and say something.
Say that again.
Okay.
Check. Check 1 2 1 2.
Check 1 2 1 2. Say it again.
Check 1 2 1 2.
All
Can
right,
you hear
let
me
me
good?
take my headphones off, see if I can hear you. Say something again.
Check 1 2 1 2. Mic check. Mic check. Check check check.
Check. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good. Check.
Okay,
Check
I can
1
hear
2
you.
1
There
2.
you go. There we go.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to take you off speakerphone. So
Okay,
maybe
good.
that helped.
Okay, good. Cut my mic down a little bit so I can hear you. I'm on it.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna see if you can hear music.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear it loud and clear.
Okay, good. Okay, cool. All right, I think we got our good level.
Now it looks like if you play the music, if you start talking to me, I probably won't hear you as much.
No, I'm gonna cut the music down when we talk. So this
Okay.
is kind of how it's gonna be right now. We're gonna be chit chatting, and talking, and then when it's time to hear music, Poppy, how do I put him on? Should I even put him on hold, or can I just have him and I talking the whole time? Okay, that's it. Okay, all right, cool. But once we're talking and the music's down, all I gotta do is raise the phone up. Okay, all right, cool. I think we are good to go. Thank you, Bobby. All
I'm
right.
honored to be the first call.
This is my first in-call interview, so I'm excited about that.
Oh man, now I feel like I got pressure to deliver.
It's always pressure.
Always. Fortunately, I love you, so this should be easy.
I mean, because for the most part, I'm going to be, if anything, when it's time for me to play music, I'm trying to think. I'll have you on low, like I'll cut you down and bring the music up when I'm playing your songs, and then after each song,
Okay.
I'm going to cut the music back down, and we're going to talk about it. So we're going to talk about, how long you've been doing music, when you met wifey, the baby, collab.
All right.
That we're going to play we're going to play, what's the first song I got queued up? The Ballad of Detroit Red.
Okay.
What's that about?
That's the Malcolm X joint. Like I'm
Okay.
rapping from the perspective of Malcolm X.
Gotcha. And then the Wyatt family.
Okay.
Okay, got that one. So we're gonna play. I don't know which one should we start first. I want to start on a slight build-up of like I want to play the Detroit Red joint in second. So I think I'm gonna play the Wyatt family first, the Detroit Red, and then we're gonna end with the Nation.
Wait, say again. You're gonna end with.
The Nation.
Okay, that's
We're
cool.
gonna end it with the Nation. We're gonna start with the Wyatt family. So
All right, that'll work. That'll work.
Have that queued up.
All right. That'll work fine.
That one ready. Okay. It is almost 8 o'clock. So they are rocking out on the radio station. They can hear what I'm playing now. But as far as um, yeah, they can hear all this right now. And I'm about to hit Instagram up. Go live on this.
Tell me how did we get
All right,
to this point
we
of
about to start.
no return? Ooh, baby. It feels like we're in an empty.
When music playing, I'm just gonna put you on down. You're gonna be on hold till I bring you back up, okay?
That sounds good.
All right.
Sounds good.
So tell me the truth, 'cause I can see it in your eyes. I do, yeah. I've been holding on to the one that I knew. I think it's time we talk about the truth, yeah. The truth. Oh, I'm trying to find the truth. The truth. Just tell me, baby. The truth. I promise I can take it. In the morning when I awake, I watch you while you sleep, wondering what went wrong. Can we fix it before we leave? Or maybe I am thinking too much. Or maybe I ain't trying enough. I already know, so tell me the truth. I can see it in your eyes, baby, I do. Yeah. I've been holding on to the one that I knew. Said it's time we talk about the truth. The truth. Oh, the truth. Oh, I'm trying to find the truth. The truth. Just tell me, baby. The truth. Can we talk about it? Yeah, yeah. Tell me, are you still in love, or are we going through the emotions of a heart? Oh, tell me, are you still in love, or are we still in love? The emotions, or are we going through the motions, baby? Are we still in love? Just tell me what's on your mind, on your mind, on your mind. We can still be friends. I'm gonna love you forever.
Not Monday, not Tuesday, not Wednesday. It's the Thursday podcast is your weekly fave. You can catch me going live on your Facebook page, or you can go fast to Oasis Broadcasting Network, where I put in work, telling jokes, interviews, rocking dope t-shirts. But I put VA first, but I keep an open mind. I'm repping for the indie artists in this day and time, so don't bypass on a chick with dope class. Nope. Check out the weekly Thursday podcast. Y'all know what time it is. It's your girl, Cooler Von Seal. It is a Thursday podcast coming to you every Thursday from 8 to 9:30. I'm in the building. I'm refreshed. I'm revitalized. I'm feeling good. I got a crystal in my pocket. I got a nap today. I'm feeling just good enough to rock out this next hour and a half with a bunch of enthusiasm, entertainment, excitement, and my first in person phone call interview. Are you there, caller?
I am. What's good, cousin?
Hey, cousin, what's popping with you?
No, no complaints. I'm glad to be here.
You know,
Glad to have a conversation with you.
while I'm working with my buttons and stuff, okay? 'Cause I don't want no feedback.
Wait, it's a little feedback. Can you hear me?
I got you. I think I got it. Can you hear me?
I can hear you a little bit. Sounds like the volume went down some.
Got you. I'm right here.
All right, that sounds a little better.
Okay, how about this?
Yeah, all right, we good.
Ah, we got levels, people. We got levels up in here. No feedback.
Turn me up some.
We got no levels. We got no feedback. We got levels. We got no feedback.
Hey,
This is my
it's lit.
cousin. This is my cousin, Asria DiCaprio, coming from where?
I am from Philly.
Philly.
Let it be known. Let it be known. Home of the
from
cheesesteaks
Philly.
and all that.
Yo, do they really put cheese whiz on cheesesteaks in Philly?
All right, listen. We're going to have that conversation.
Okay, because I
So,
need to understand, because cheese whiz is gross.
So some people prefer that. They typically prefer that down in South Philly. That's where the cheesesteak originated at. You know, if you hear people talk about Pat's and Geno's, that's the tourist spot
Okay.
for cheesesteaks. Depending on where you go, depending on where you're from, you might go to Max's in North Philly. West Oak Lane used to love Pagano's. So Ishkabibbles is probably a lot of people's favorite. Delisandro's makes a good one. So it's all preference. Cheese whiz is not automatic.
Okay, because that's not real cheese.
Yeah. I can't stand cheese whiz on my cheesesteak, but that's me personally.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so okay, cheese whiz
I
on some
Yeah,
cheesesteak.
I prefer American on mine.
I'm a
Or
provolone girl myself.
Yeah, or yeah. Listen, next time you come up, I got you.
Okay, because the little mayonnaise,
Yeah.
tomatoes, lettuce, little salt and pepper, and the provolone. I don't do all the onions and
I
green peppers.
I understand. I can't remember when you came up. Did I tell you where to go?
You did. You did tell me where to
Okay,
go
okay.
when I went up there, and I did. And I came over there with cheese. Yeah, I was. If I was going
You
to be
did.
in Philly,
You did. It was so spur of the moment. I forgot. But yeah, that's right. I did tell you where to go.
it's pretty dope too. I crushed that Philly cheesesteak too.
Of course you did.
I
Of course you
did.
did. I wouldn't steer you wrong.
I
Baby. I
ate that
promise
joint
I
like
wouldn't.
I was a hostage. I was
All right,
like, yeah,
listen,
I'm gonna
listen,
eat this
listen.
cheesesteak. I'm gonna relish. I think I took a picture
Nigga.
and everything. I was like, yeah. I
Yo,
look very
listen, you took a
touristy
picture of the
too.
cheesesteak before you took a picture with me. I understand though. No judgment.
All shade, all shade. So we're gonna be talking about your music. We're gonna be talking about your lifestyle with the kid and the wife. We're gonna be talking about everything you
Yeah,
encompass as an
I'm a-
MC.
I'm Al Bundy over here, married with children.
I know. Get your hand out your pants.
No, absolutely not. No.
That's a beautiful thing. How does hip hop incorporate with family life and being married?
Well, for me personally, music has always been like an outlet for me. So, whatever I was going through personally, whatever I was feeling personally, it always kind of came out in my music. So, music for me, fatherhood just adds another perspective. Marriage adds another perspective. Who I am after marriage and after fatherhood is not who I was when I first started making music. So, life experience, with life experience, the content changes,
Right.
and that's pretty much how music pretty much affects how life pretty much affects my music, and take my own music away from it. A lot of my marriage has music ties. Like there are songs that are very true to my relationship, and music is just very much a part of who I am.
I
So,
was about to say,
it,
do you feel like you have your own personal like soundtrack catalog to like life, your
oh
relationships?
yeah, yeah, 1,000%. Uh, when my when my wife became pregnant, I started making a playlist just for my daughter. The songs that I would play to my wife's belly,
Aw,
the songs that my daughter kind of gravitates to now. So she has a playlist that's about 63 songs long.
nice.
So yeah, so she quite literally there's a soundtrack for everything in my life.
Okay. Speaking of everything in your life, when did you start music?
Whew, that's a loaded question. So I started making my own music. I started writing verses when I was maybe like 8 or 9,
Okay.
give or take, and it was real surfacey kid stuff. Like I was into wrestling, so a lot of my verses at 8 or 9 were about wrestling and whatnot. But my older brother, Rob Stashes, shout out to him. He's 10 years older than me, so he was rapping. So the inspiration came from him. Um, I was always around it. Like even at 8 or 9, it's like, oh, my brother raps. I want to rap too.
Okay,
So
exactly.
that's how that started. But I started recording music and like really taking it serious. I guess I think I recorded my first song when I was maybe like 17 or 18,
Okay.
and it's been nonstop ever since.
Cool. Now you mentioned wrestling.
Yeah,
Now, when you talk about wrestling, what time period are you talking about? You talking about WWE, WWF,
WWF,
NWA?
WWF, NWA,
Okay. Cause I
WWF, NWA.
who's your favorite wrestler?
My favorite wrestler as a kid was Randy Savage, so that should tell you what time frame I'm talking about.
Okay. Okay.
Uh, Ric Flair, the
Right,
Road
right.
Warriors. So, you know what I mean?
I'm a
That's,
Dusty Rhodes girl myself.
I am not mad at that. I am not mad at that.
I used to be so
Ric
hyped.
Flair and Dusty Rhodes had some of the greatest matches in history.
Yo, he the elbows. It was the elbows for me.
I know. Don't get me started on when Randy Savage wrestled Dusty Rhodes at what was that WrestleMania six?
No, don't.
It was
Okay,
like a
I can't
mixed tag.
remember but I remember the battles and the matches, cause I used to
Yeah.
wake up every Saturday with the obnoxious bowl of Lucky Charms and just sit in front of the TV.
But you know, Lucky Charms and wrestling. You are reading me my life right now. You are reading me my life right now.
Yes, Arn Anderson used to come out there. The Bushwick Bill. Oh, I miss all of that.
Oh, oh, the Bushwhackers, the
The
Bushwhackers.
Bushwhackers. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Listen. I'm with you. I'm with you. We don't have to have that conversation too long. Just know I'm with you.
Oh, I miss those times. Oh,
I know. I purposely started paying for the WWE Network just to go back and watch those old wrestling matches that I grew up on, just
yeah.
for nostalgia purposes.
Exactly, because there used to be the Schoolhouse Rock PSAs in between
Oh
the
yeah,
cartoons and the wrestling, so that would give me
yeah,
major nostalgia when I would go back and watch
yeah.
some of them on YouTube.
Uh,
I miss that stuff.
you are
Yeah.
reading me my childhood
Oh
right
my
now.
goodness, I had a moment too. I got warm and fuzzy on the inside. But we are gonna
Yeah.
open up some music waves and play some of your
Okay.
music as well as we chop it up with
Okay.
you, get all in depth and personal in your music and how you write
Uh,
and okay, but we do need to tell the people how we virtually met.
I understand. You want me to tell the
No,
story,
no, you
or
got to
you
tell
want
the
to tell
story
it?
because you
I mean,
spoke.
it's your show, and you being a queen, I don't want to overstep my
No, the
bounds.
queen is saying speak.
All right. So, what was the name? What was the name of that group? Was it the Cipher?
It was the All Star Cipher hip hop group.
Yeah. All right. So we met on a Facebook hip hop group called the Cipher, um,
Yeah.
and at the time, this group was doing a lot of bashing of our mutual favorite MC.
Our favorite MC. Our
Favorite
ultimate
MC.
favorite MC.
Favorite MC. So I was so used to people bashing Eminem in that group that when I found a black woman who not only liked Eminem but clearly loved him as much as I did, I'm like, oh, this feels like family.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? And then you dropped a video. I want to say it was the 10 Parent Commandments.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, oh, and she raps. Oh, yeah, this is my cousin. She don't even know it yet.
Between you and Tariq Ware, I
Yeah,
met you
yeah.
two out of that Cypher
I think-
Facebook group, all because
I
we're
think-
Eminem fans.
I understand. I haven't talked to him in a while. Hopefully he's doing well.
I think so. I checked on him a couple
Okay.
months ago. Him and wifey seem to be doing awesome. All of my guy friends who found wonderful women and fell in love and got married, they all seem to be flourishing and doing really well. So I'm excited for all you
Glad
guys.
to hear.
Now we have your first song. It's called "In Squad We Trust." Now give us a breakdown
Yes.
of this song.
All right, so best way I can describe it is a record label that I co-founded with my brother, Raw Deal Squad Entertainment. It's me, Rob Stashes, and currently Jimmy Bones. So we made a song a couple of years ago called "In Squad We Trust," and I never put it out, but I always loved it. So I wanted to do like a deluxe version of my most recent project. So I ended up putting it out, changed the name of it to it's still "In Squad We Trust" in parentheses, but I changed it to the Wyatt Family, which is another wrestling reference.
Okay.
And I really just loved it because it was hard. My brother and I are talking about just some really passionate things, like I deal with cerebral palsy. My brother beat cancer when he was younger, so there's a lot of it's raw, but it's also some knowledge in there.
Gotcha.
So
We can all use some gritty knowledge every now and then.
yeah, and then my man Jimmy just came through and smashed everything. So
Oh, so we got a couple of
hopefully you guys,
MCs on this.
hopefully you guys enjoy that.
Okay, well, right now we're about to get into the Wyatt family. Let's take a look.
Surrounded by these devils just trying to get you to sell soul. Heaven sky is the limit to make it out this hellhole. Pardon my aggression, this heart just be in the talking session. For cops trying to make an impression with false discretion. I check my calories disregarding the candy wrap. I disable you soon as you mention my handicap. Use my anger as a portal to open my path. Borderline sociopath, so here's hoping I fast. Better toast to your past, I will make toast to your future. Machine gun flow before I reload, bones up and shoot ya. Think it's a game, I scream king as I pounce on you Coopers. I hold the scepter, no exceptions, all else is intrusive. The truth is hidden behind Molly, Pursley, and the hookah. Drive a hearse with you in it, and they call me a Uber. I got a godlike vision, Iris of Osiris. Me and my queen of terror reign, oh that's so ISIS. Through under 24, Kobe meets Kiefer Sutherland. Couldn't sell my line shorts, hope you ain't think of cutting in. I just want my publishing to leave it to my air. I don't feel a thing around me, I can see it in the air. Man, you talking to a god, you better leave it in the plan. They said that was so electric, so I'm seated in a chair. Waiting on injection, hoping they can't find a vein. Ready, willing, and able to keep my brothers working can.
Being sick with a killer disease and still fighting. Never gave up the pen until then, still writing. Still a Viking, never still, I'm still hiking. Russian Rocky 5, code name Ivan. Living, surviving, trying to make it past the walls. Escape, trying past the law. Find the keys in the last locks and I grab my dogs and then I try to free them all. We need to see them all naked after that. Back in my habitat, pulling out my magic hat. I was that crafty cat, really they was laughing at. Making jokes about my throat, I wasn't having that. So I mastered the 32s and yeah, I got my magic back. Boy, used to get writer's block. But as I grew and observed, I had to write a lot. This is a gift that was given, this somatic was written. My state of mind is just grinding, hope not to see prison. But if they listen, they see my vision. See if I ruled the world, there'd be my intentions. With one mic interventions, smoking dope, burning incense. Pull up in the caddy on Capitol Hill pimping. It's in my blood since an infant. Growing from these trenches. For every Christmas spent drenching. Yeah, I'm the topic trending, just watching mention. Don't let me pop that top of the 40 and ease the tension. You heard? Squad.
Let me get this straight, I must say, nigga. Buses, bitches, and liquor, 3 things I never chase. Throw housewarmers, surprise parties by my paper soldiers. They trying to be state property, so I pay my lawyer. I'm here to destroy you, write about it like Tom Sawyer. You need work or a job, then I'll be an employer. If you need some inspiration, I'll be a supporter. Soon as she said she need a check, dodger like Tommy Lasorda. Stop playing, girl, I'm a dog like Cujo. I got a huge glow, shine bright like a U-blow. A bad motherfucker. Nigga, shut your mouth. I'm in a good place right now, don't wanna bring me down. They just don't understand me. Might never win a Grammy, but my bars, word of my family makes me fucking dandy. Ain't no snapping a Slim Jim, my name ain't fucking Randy. Put me up against you niggas' food, I put you in the pantry. I'm like, what's poppin'? Feel like niggas is shocking. Be mindful of your actions, you never know who was watching. I'm feeling awkward, cause I'm clocking, making deposits in the same bank. Cool seed and shot that coppin'. The hood show love, I ain't a sucker for. Man, every bitch wanna kiss, but I don't pucker for. Man, I'm just happy with a smile, I probably fuck her for. Just to get a buck and pour the poppy, wanted damn near nothing for it.
Oh, my cousin?
Well, you know.
Oh, my.
Anything whack.
Oh, my. So how come that's not out?
Huh?
How come that's not out?
It is now. It is now.
Okay, because you know, you was right to get it. You was right to get
No, no, no. So I, we sat on it for a couple years.
Years?
We sat on it for a couple years. But I wanted to do a deluxe version of my last project, the White Rose project, and I attached that at the end of it as a bonus cut.
Man, you need to go ahead and just let that joint ride out, man.
Listen, it's out there. It's out there. You can find it on Spotify and you can find it on Spotify and Tidal and Apple Music, whatever you use, it's there now.
Okay, because that joint nasty. I like that one a lot. I like that one a lot. So who's on it again?
So that's me on the opening verse. The second verse is my older brother Rob Stashes, and the closing verse is my little brother Jimmy Bones, a.k.a. Jimmy Bonehead. All of us are from Philly. We all rap as a group, but we tend to move as solo artists as well. Kind of similar to G-Unit or Wu-Tang. Okay. You know, we come together when we need to. But yeah, that song is produced by Dre Flow, same dude that produced The Nation for us.
Nice.
Yeah. So shout out to Dre Flow. That's my guy right there.
So earlier you mentioned cerebral palsy, right?
Yeah.
So how do you maneuver with cerebral palsy as an MC? Is it a hindrance? Is it a strength? Do you get looked at differently when you perform? Like, what's the ins and outs of dealing with cerebral palsy as an MC?
Yeah, it's you get looked at differently, but only at first. You know, because I came up in Philly, everything is battle. I'm a battle rapper by nature.
Okay.
So you know that with that, it's visible. You can, if you looked at me, you could see that there's a limp. You know, so it comes up, but it's something I've never shied away from. It's nothing I'm embarrassed about.
Okay.
I've written about it. There's a video called Hearsay that I did before I changed my name. I used to go by Def Da Vinci. That was my battle rap name when I was in college. I went by Death because my goal was to kill everything.
Okay.
Kill everything. So if you look on it, if you look me up on YouTube and you look up Hearsay, you'll see that video with my old name attached. Like you can look up Azrael DiCaprio and you'll still see it, but the credits on the video actually say my old rap name. So I've never ran away from cerebral palsy. The hindrance would be live performance. That's the only thing that kind of bothers me. Live performance, I put my soul into it, but afterwards, there's some, stiffness, pain that comes from, just kind of dealing with it. But it's nothing that I shy away from. I've addressed it in music, and it is what it is. Like people can judge. People judge it when they first see me, but then they hear the music, and the music kind of speaks for itself.
Yeah, the music kind of supersedes everything. They kind of forget.
Right.
It's like you spit, and you put the wordplay and delivery together so cold. It's like you just forget everything.
Thank you. I will say this: if I didn't have it, I don't know if I rap.
Okay.
Because rap was my outlet. Rap was how I don't want to say my quest for normalcy, but it was definitely my outlet. Like whenever I felt at my lowest because of what I was dealing with physically, I would write a verse. So things change. So if I don't have it, I don't know if I'm an MC.
Well, that puts a definite profound perspective on the CP, kind of using it as a fuel. A lot of us do a B rabbit move, and we take what people view as our weakness and use it as our strength. So that's a definitely profound point of view from that. I definitely appreciate you being open and candid about that. But now we are going to focus on a couple of songs from the VA artist playlist, and I would like to get some feedback from you while I play a couple of songs. We are tuning live on www.oasisbroadcasting.network.com. You can check the show out live and in full effect right now, or you could go back and watch some previous Thursday podcasts and listen to, me do my thing and talk my shit and play VA artists. Shout out to Masters and Sons Plumbing first. 804-323-0202, servicing the Richmond Tri-City area for all your plumbing and pipe needs. Get that pipe. Masters in Plumbing. Get that pipe. Masters in Plumbing. 804-323-0202. Masters in Plumbing, who also shout out to them who sponsors the www.oasisbroadcastingnetwork.com and the Latin Jazz Salsa Show. So thank you, Masters in Plumbing. All right, so the first song we have is from Earl Wizzy Jones and Jody Smith. So I'm going to put you on hold for a hot second. And this joint is called Illusions.
Scorpio Terrius is here, y'all.
Yeah. Wizzy.
It's time to kill him, bro.
You know it.
It's time to kill him.
You know? Big bad.
We don't take no L. nigga.
I told her.
Ooh. I told her. Ooh.
I told her.
Come on. I told her.
Okay, welcome to Virginia, yeah, where we living here. Get it, yeah, Wizzy spitting, yeah, make it loud and clear. All these ladies round me, you know I'm loving them. But you gotta show me some ID and be at least like 23, cause I ain't cuffing them. Come and get up on this pole, I'm about to throw this money. Bounce it if you bout that booty looking stunning. Shoot it with an onion. Come and whisper in my ear, tell me how you want it. Man, I got her song on, got her mind fog on. Now I'm on that miles on, higher than a fly zone. Red bird, known I beat it up like I'm Tyson on it. After round 3, she gon' have to put some ice up on it. Wizzy in the building, man. And we got them bars up, and I got the squad up, and we never starstruck. Y'all be rolling ounces, nigga, we be rolling jars up. Right up in Mikasa, chillin' with some bad chicks, eating shrimp and pasta. I'm the party starter. Drop a couple thousand on it, make it gurgle harder. Twerk it, shake it, money pounding on us. She caught in an illusion, cause shorty is a stoner. She like,
Come on. When I get up in illusion. When I get illusion. mama. Fuck the drama, karma coming for doing me harm. I get them goons on you like your name was Osama. Bust it down, I'ma do it to the ground. Like it's drooping, make it bounce. Wind that you can spin around. Vinyl music conclusion, yeah. I'm the baddest, yeah. No illusion, yeah. I'm moving, yeah. Like I'm all alone, all exclusive, yeah. But everybody watching, get the stage popping. Give me the mic, I kill it in the broad day and drop it. 911, I make a scared honky call it. Please dispatch a black queen, tell me how to stop it. Tell them boys you wanna talk, go and get my drink spot. Tell them bitches disrespect, that'll get your face spot. I call it, walk it, live it, talk it. Should've never tried to start it. Only step out for the party, get my shmoney like I'm Cardi. Automatic, like my blunt and smacks the masses, bust it down. What you fat? Decide to make it, baby daddy. Wish he had me, wanna grab me, cyber stalk and try to add me. It's just my illusion, yeah, I get it from my dad.
Like a ton of bricks feels when it hits you. Watch. Just got off from work, headed down Jeff Davis, late night playing beats, trying to get my tape right. Got a text from my lady saying, where you at? Where you at? Shit with that. I replied on my way about 20 minutes out. No response, had me thinking there's a problem with my spouse. The week before I got caught texting who I said I wouldn't. I got caught doing things that she thought the homie couldn't. The vibe's been tainted for a couple of days. Trust factor out the window, trying to make my life simple. Love stuck in limbo in that makeup stage. Love crashed like crescendo in that breakup stage. But I was optimistic, thinking she could resist the distance. These dozen roses I got from Martin got me feeling pimpish. All the issues that we had, I bet these flowers fix it. Deleting messages on my phone like she won't know the difference. So I pull up in the driveway, feeling like I got this in the bag like takeout. Came through the front door, hoping we could make out. The homie puckered up and she hit me with a fake out. I let it slide, I couldn't lie, dog, it hurt my pride. I'm used to going home blessed with a certain vibe. I'm used to wanting more sex for them flirting eyes. But now she's standing there vexed cause she hurt inside.
Now that I found somebody else, you look stupid, but I hope you're smart enough to know that it's time that you go. Cause it makes you feel so good.
She ain't say a word when I walked in. I mean, usually I walk in and she locked in. I mean, usually she down to get it poppin'. Instead of panties, it's her attitude that's dropping. I said this ain't a plea that I'm copping. She gave a look at me like, boy, you better stop it. She got a text, now her phone's what she watching. Nothing but smiles, now I'm thinking that she jocking. I played it off like a true player, but as pain got deeper, had to show it that I peeped it. I had to let her know somehow I had to reach her. Before I could approach, she placed the phone on speaker. She put the phone on speaker. Couldn't believe what I heard, now the situation's steeper. Stopped it dead in my tracks like I saw the Grim Reaper. As she turned the volume up, I wish my hair got weaker.
What's good tonight? You make me feel like I need you by my side. Cause I keep it real and make you feel. Cause I keep it real.
You should've listened when I told you not to mess with me. It's lit right under and you see it. Too busy playing games, thinking that I wouldn't do the same. I ain't too old for this, stop playing games. You know I love you.
I don't know what to say.
So deja relajo, enséñame amor si hace caso.
Hey, I just
Como
speak
me
Spanish.
quiere a mí, solo a mí.
What are you talking about?
Yo sí te quiero, como te enseño, amor tan tierno.
Oh no. See or no? See or no?
With the top.
That was Friday Love and my boy, I want to say Dariel is his name. I can't remember. I've like met him, but I haven't like met him, so I don't know exactly what his name is. But he is on the track with my homegirl Friday Love. I do know that. I do know that. Shout out to them both. We're supposed to be doing a collabo, but I don't know. I can't wait till that to happen because I love me some Friday Love. Shout out to Shady Boots. And shout out again to everybody coming in and supporting and holding me down for the Thursday podcast. Drea's Dope Desserts is one of our new sponsors for the Thursday podcast. Drea's Dope Desserts will be doing a 420 pop-up on 420. So catch that. There's flyers circulating out if you want some information on infused and uninfused treats at the Drea's Dope Desserts pop-up on 420 at 10811 Hull Street Road. Make sure you tune in for that. She's going to be having some cakes and infused treats. And she also has a savory to-go plate, all infused. So if you are interested, go to dreasdopedesserts.com or the Facebook page, Drea's Dope Desserts, and look out for the flyer and information for 420. We also have a new sponsor to the Thursday podcast, Dr. Corliss Booker with the NCLEX Review. 318-349-2286. If you are a nurse student or a student who just graduated and need help with the NCLEX, get in contact with Dr. Corliss Booker at 318-349-2286, and she will help you with all of your nursing tutoring needs. So, Cuzzo.
I'm still here. What's
Okay,
going on?
so what did you think of the first two joints? We played an Illusion. That was Earl Wizzy Jones and Jody Smith. And the last song you just heard was Friday Love and Dariel Soko. That's his name, Soko. Dariel. So what did you think?
So first of all, well, let me go backwards. Friday Love, that's the one that had the Mary J. Blige flip.
The Mary J. what? Which one?
The Mary J. Blige sample. How can I love somebody else?
Yes. That was Friday. Yeah.
That stood out to me artistically. Oh man, that was beautiful. Was that Friday singing?
Yeah, that's Friday singing.
She has a great voice.
Yeah, she does. Friday's pretty funny.
She has a great voice. Because not too many, and that's why it stood out to me. Because I'm like, that's a hard Mary flip. Hopefully she can carry that. And as I'm listening, I'm like, oh, she's smoking this.
Yeah,
this is great.
She did it. Always Friday does her thing.
Yeah. I think I follow her on IG because I saw you shout her out, and I try to pay attention to the artists that you shout out because I know that your ear from music is impeccable. So I'm like, if Cool is shouting them out, then they must be dope. But I hadn't heard anything personally. So yeah, if Friday Love is listening to this, I love your voice. Illusions is perfect for the gym. That was hard. That was hard. Yeah. I love that when what's the guy's name again?
Earl
I want to mess his name up. Well, Earl said was it the Mike Tyson line?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm in, and what's the female's name?
Yeah.
What's the lady's name?
Jody Smith.
Who was rapping it? Yeah, her flow is. Woo.
Jody's part of
I'm a fan. I'm a fan of that. I might need you to send me the link to that.
Okay.
Just to add it to my gym playlist.
It's in the VA artist playlist that you're in as well. So yeah, it's
all right. So I'll go back to Spotify and grab it.
yeah, all the songs I'm playing tonight are from that playlist. That was a nice little plug. So if anybody's interested in any of the songs I'm playing tonight, they are all coming from the VA artist playlist on Spotify under Cool Divine Seal. So check it out. It's like over 3 hours worth of all indie artists coming from Virginia. Even though my cousin is from Philly, he got a VA artist on the track, so he can get on in the playlist. So I don't care what nobody else. He's from Philly, so I don't care.
Nah, listen, it's funny you say that. Cause you know what I should have sent you, not to play, but I should have sent it to you anyway. You know, Allen Iverson being from Virginia. You know how we feel about Allen Iverson up here in Philly.
Yeah.
So, do you remember when Allen Iverson dropped 40 bars?
Yes, I do.
Let me tell you something. Say what you will about Allen Iverson as a rapper, that beat was fire.
That beat was. I mean,
so,
I thought he did pretty good, yo. I did. I was proud.
No. I think Allen Iverson is one of the better athlete MCs.
Yeah, because he definitely Shaq. I don't know what Shaq thought he could do.
No, listen. Don't do that. Don't do that.
You already
don't
know.
do that. Shaq can rap.
That bar is
like
his free throws. You already knew.
I know. But Shaq can rap. Shaq held his own with Biggie. Don't do that. But no.
No.
So So I bring that up because I found that 40 bars instrumental, and I threw some bars of my own on it. I'll send it to you.
Please do.
You don't have to play it. You don't have to play it. But as you were playing your playlist, I was like, you know what? I gotta send that to her. I gotta see if I can find it. I know it exists. I got
that
you.
VA to PA shit is real.
It's definitely a connection. There's definitely a connection. Don't even get me started on the clips. Like we love y'all up here.
I'm telling you, like next time I come up there, you're gonna have to be open mic ready for me because I'm coming up there and I'm coming to spit. I ain't coming to eat no cheesesteak next time.
Listen. As soon as this pandemic is over, you're gonna have to hit an open mic together. Okay. There's plenty of them going around.
All right.
There's plenty of there's plenty of them out there. We can stumble across one. Like, we don't even have to, listen, don't even worry about it. Just let me know when you want to come up. Man.
Yeah, we already know. I got you plugged in down here whenever you trying to spit.
I gotta, I met some people that, because you're from Richmond, so I don't know if you might know this. Wait, this was maybe about like 8-9 years ago. I came down to Virginia and did a show at I want to say the spot was called Shaka's.
Yeah. Shaka's down in Virginia Beach. Yeah, that's a
right. So I met a dude down there. His name was Jason. He had a crew. The crew's name was Local Bananas. I don't know if they're still around.
Local Bananas?
But like artistically, I don't know if they're still around. But Jason is a real good friend of mine. Shout out to him. He's one of the few people that I really got a chance to connect with that night in Virginia because we were only there for a night.
Okay.
We came down for an open mic, and then we bounced because we had to get back to work or whatever.
Yeah.
So he showed me and Rob, my brother, showed us a lot of love, and me and him have been friends ever since. I'm pretty sure I'm still friends with him on Facebook, so I'll maybe I'll link you guys.
Yeah, link us up because I love performing at Shaka's. Shaka's is a pretty dope place. I shouted out Shaka's in the VA anthem because it was a couple of places down in 757.
I know, because I caught that, and I was like, I don't think me and her ever talked about Shaka's.
Yeah.
Because I forget who was the DJ that night. DJ Nato, I think it is his name. I might have that good of a memory. Like it was years ago.
Yeah.
But I think that was his name, DJ Nato. He was the DJ that night.
Shout out to Shaka's down in the 757. I miss Shaka's. We did a couple of showcases down there when I was getting my MC footing down in the 757. So Shaka's was definitely a friendly place for aspiring indie artists to get their feet wet. So I always pay
Yeah, that was
nice little homage to them.
that was actually one of my favorite live performances. Like, oh man, I love the energy there. It was packed too. It was packed. Sharkas is one of the highlights of my performing career.
Good. So we're going to talk about this second song. We got the Ballad of Detroit Red. So something
Oh
tells
man,
me this is where you're going a little bit more introspective and deep into the music. Yes.
yeah, yeah, yeah. For anybody that doesn't know, Detroit Red is Malcolm X. As a child, my father kind of dibbled and dabbled into the Black Muslims Nation of Islam. So he idolized Malcolm. So I was always hearing Malcolm X as a child. Like my dad had all his speeches on cassette. He took me to the movies to see the Malcolm X movie the first day it came out. Malcolm X was a very big part of my childhood and a very big inspiration on how I think and how I move. So shout out to my man Motor General. Me and him had a conversation before I put that song together, and he did a song rapping from the perspective of Martin Luther King.
Okay.
Or at least it was a tribute to Martin Luther King.
Uh-huh.
And because at the time me and him were doing a lot of songs together, I was like, yo, I should probably do a Malcolm X version of that. And I put the idea to the side, never even thought about it again. But when I was writing the new project, I was like, you know what, let me kind of revisit that. So that's how the Ballad of Detroit Red kind of came together. Yeah, Malcolm's just a big inspiration for me. So that was just my way of paying homage.
Okay.
The Ballad of Detroit Red.
All right. Well, we're going to get into a listen-see of the Ballad of Detroit Red. Azriel DiCaprio coming live to you from Philly on the Thursday podcast. So let's take a gander, shall we?
Understand. All I see is red and black. I'm conscious to Achilles' hands. I demand. Too much power for one nigga is what they say. Keep my brother's information, hand gestures above my head. Told them we ain't lay no Plymouth Rock. They weren't ready for that message. Now into the murder plot. Backtrack to the beginning for the rightful picture. Before the Sunni being studied in Islamic scripture. Dreams of being a lawyer just need the right plan. Not realistic for a nigga to miss the white man. How could I not be militant? These trackers killed my father. They set my house on fire. Had a 302 my mama. Needed a renaissance, so I found my way to Harlem. Instead of being hung up on struggle, I found my calling. A little hustle, some racketeering. The fiends are copping London with Red Fox. A couple sit-downs with Bobby Johnson. A prison stint made a way, a lot can save me from my own self. I guess I knew one day that change gon' come.
Understand the politics of our community, and we must know what politics is supposed to produce. We must know what part politics play in our lives. And until we become politically mature, we will always be misled, led astray, or deceived or maneuvered into the power supporting someone politically who doesn't have the goods of our community at heart.
In the time when white folks told us to know our places, told them by any means necessary, they call me racist. Had me feuding with Martin over philosophies. Non-violent wasn't my answer to freedom properly. I just wanted best for my people and to protect their own. Couldn't keep doing God's work and bring the devil home. By the time JFK died, I'm speaking truth. So when he bought the phone, that chick is coming home to roost. Sorry, America, your actions have consequences, separate but equal. Just never felt like a proposition. And what do I get for speaking on the nation? All of a sudden, I got problems with the nation. I'm for truth, no matter who tells it or who gets bothered. Guess the ship establishment and the man that I viewed as father. Don't be in a hurry to condemn. I put that in the lecture. Good thing I did it all. Change on that pilgrimage to Mecca. Despite conviction in whatever I believe, I'm always trying to keep an open mind with everything I've seen. capitalism has caused such atrocity. America been on the path of racial obsession. Tried to enlighten my brothers, knowledge is such a weapon. Change will finally come, you'll be a fool to stop it. I'm all like them eyes, get your hand out my pocket. Die immortal on behalf of the brotherhood. A sacrifice in the name of bringing some others good. Honor my name by remembering where I came from. Release your badge with Detroit Red on day one.
But you and I have been sitting long enough, and it's time today for us to start doing some standing and some fighting back there. When we look at other parts of this earth upon which we live, we find that black, brown, red, and yellow people in Africa and Asia are getting their independence. They're not getting it by singing "We Shall Overcome." No, they're getting it through nationalism. It is nationalism that brought about the independence of the people in Asia. Every nation in Asia gained its independence through the philosophy of nationalism. Every nation on the African continent that has gotten its independence brought it about through the philosophy of nationalism. And it will take black nationalism to bring about the freedom of 22 million Afro-Americans here in this country where we have suffered colonialism for the past 400 years.
All right, cuzzo. Now that was dope. And I really thank you for sharing that with me because I think that resonates now, especially with a lot of stuff that we have going on, you know, with everything we have going on in the media, with how we're being treated, everything going on in Minnesota, stuff like that resonates even more now because of you often wonder what would they think, what would they be wondering or doing right now if they were still alive and they could still see kind of the things that's going on right now. Would it make a difference if they were still here? What do you think?
Yeah. It's tricky. It's tricky because part of me feels like it would make a difference because there's not too much leadership. You know what I mean? Like, I want to tread lightly because I don't want to insult anybody, but
no, we can
as a black man, I just don't feel that we had the leadership that we had when Malcolm was around.
Right.
The upsetting part is I don't know if it makes because the oppression is so systemic. It's so a part of this nation. Like, I feel like the fight is not that we can't win, but I feel like the fight is just it's ongoing. Like
it's
a constant.
Rooted?
Yeah. Like I don't know if you can expect change from a system that's designed to oppress.
Yeah, it seems like the very backbone, the exoskeleton of the country is made up of making sure that certain people don't thrive and do well.
And that's even if you take race out of it. The way this country operates, you have to have an oppressed people. Capitalism only works if there's a section of people that are purposely kept down. And with that being said, it just so happens to be people who look like us.
True. Because
the system wasn't designed for us. But even if you remove that, capitalism only works that way. You know what I mean? Like if it wasn't black people, it would be poor white people who were oppressed. You know what I mean? So
it'll be somebody.
And you're right. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't fight. I'm just saying like the fight is ongoing. You know what I mean? Like don't expect lasting peace or lasting solutions from a system that oppresses you. You have to you're constantly in the ring. You're constantly in the ring, and that's why that song resonates. That's why What's Going On by Marvin Gaye, doing a 40, 50-year-old album, still sounds like it was released last week.
Yeah, because it's still talking about the very same topics, hot button issues that you thought would have gone or would have dissipated a little bit from the 60s to like 2020, 2021. I don't understand how over 40 years later we're still dealing with like
It,
the same exact type of stuff, and we get to see it like so blatant because of live
yeah,
TV, social media, and things of that nature. That it's hard to
yeah,
negate that now. It's hard for people to be like, "Oh well, that's just one or two instances." I'm like, "Nah, it's a weekly thing."
nah,
So
nah, 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 nah.
we don't
You,
even know
you,
the stuff that we don't see.
yeah,
Just the
yeah,
stuff that we do see is enough, let alone the
yeah,
stuff that we don't see. So I thank you
yeah,
for sharing that one because that one hit
yeah,
home and made
yeah, no
like some
problem.
impact.
Yeah. And you know what's funny? I sent that to you because out of all the songs that I recorded for that project, um, that's my personal favorite.
Okay.
I had a publicist working with me on this project, right? So he asked me to send over my best songs from the project,
Mm-hmm.
the things that I thought would resonate more. So I gave him, I think, 3. That was the one that I fought for because it meant something to me. I gave him the song that was dedicated to my daughter, uh, which of course means something to me, but
Yeah,
I don't
of
think it's
course.
I don't think it's completely representative of what the project was. The Detroit Red song was the embodiment of what that project was about as a whole. Because I was talking about a lot of black issues, consciousness, you know what I mean?
Right.
So that song means a lot to me.
Right. Well, I'm glad you sent that because that was definitely a nice little diverse perspective of your catalog. As far as I know you can spit, but the fact that we can get some grimy consciousness out of it
Yeah,
and get a
yeah.
message in, that's very needed nowadays in the hip hop climate. So I thank you again.
Thank
Speaking of
thank you. I
thanking,
appreciate
I
that.
also want to thank the sponsors for the www.oasisbroadcastingnetwork.com and the Latin Jazz Salsa Show. First and foremost, I want to thank Dominion Energy for keeping us nice and warm and toasty. Now that it's spring, summertime coming up, I hope y'all keep us nice and cooled off. Shout out to Dominion Energy for all your energy needs. Next, we have Tim Thomas from State Farm. Thank you for keeping us nice and safe with the insurance policies that you can help auto, home, renters. We appreciate you, Mr. Thomas from State Farm. Last but not least, we have AARP. I've been getting a couple of invoices, like newsletters in the mail. I'm going to need y'all to leave me alone because I'm not at that age bracket yet where I need AARP. But if you are in need of AARP, hit them up for your senior citizen needs. Last but not least, River Cities Communications, specializing in all your audio, closed circuit, and video needs. River City Communications. Thank you guys for being sponsors of the Latin Jazz Salsa Festival and the www.oasisbroadcastingnetwork.com. Thank you, sponsors, for keeping us on the air. We love you. All right, so let's talk top 10.
Top 10?
Let's talk top 10.
All right.
Come on.
My personal top 10 or
Yours, you. Who is your top as an MC? And I already know you're a MC that specializes in lyrical MCs, not just because it makes you
yeah.
feel good in the beat. So I'm eager to hear who you consider your top 10.
All right. Let me see. Let me say this. Because I'm definitely going to give you my top 10. How I rank MCs, though, I tend to think about them in tiers. Like, I try not to put, say, Rakim with Jay. You know what I mean? Because I look at Rakim like a forefather.
Right.
So, top 10. All right, if I'm going off the top of my head, because I'm not even going to drag this out. If I'm going off top 10, let me go no order. But before I do that, Black Thought and Eminem are probably tied for first place.
Okay.
So put them to the side. That's
Okay.
2. Everybody else is just you can kind of put where you want. Rakim, Redman,
Nice.
Ghostface. Let me go Lupe.
Did you say
This might ruffle
Fiasco?
some. Say again.
Did you say Lupe Fiasco?
Lupe Fiasco.
No one
Lupe
ever
Fiasco.
mentions Lupe.
Then they're not listening. They're not listening.
No one ever mentions
Lupe Fiasco can out-rap just about anybody.
I know.
Now where you might feel about his music is subjective, but as a rapper, it ain't too many better.
No, he's very highly skilled set in MCing.
And you got two classics, if you ask me. Food and Liquor and The Cool are probably two of the best albums that came out after 2005.
Yeah, he does have two classics.
So, all right, so where we at? Black Thought, Eminem, Redman,
You said
Lupe,
Rakim.
who all did I say?
You said
Redman, Black Thought, Lupe, Rakim,
Black Thought.
Redman. Give me Ghostface, Jay, Tupac, Biggie, and as a personal favorite, I got to go Joe Budden.
Joe Budden?
Joe Budden. And I know what people think about Joe, right? I know what people think about Joe. He's not exactly the most likable as a person,
he's a
right?
douchebag, but
Listen.
He's so smart.
Listen. That ain't got nothing to do with the price of tea in China.
It does not.
So when I first heard Joe Budden, of course I heard Pump It Up, right?
Right.
Of course I heard Pump It Up. Pump It Up was like, yeah, all right, whatever. It was a hit, but that's not what drew me to him. I took a chance and bought the album anyway. I was like, let me just kind of see, because I liked what was the record that he had out before Pump It Up? Focus. I really liked that song. There was a song on his first album called 10 Minutes. And to this day, I haven't come across 10 songs better than that. As an introspective story. So the song is 10 minutes long. And each verse is a separate story from his life. And something about that record just resonated with me. I've played that song 1,000 times and let it go all the way through for 10 minutes. Like, it's a great song. And his mixtape run after Pump It Up kind of died down and he got dropped from Def Jam, his new music mixtapes really stood out to me. Mm-hmm. So that's why I have him in my top 10. And I might have him higher, but like I said, I was putting the names in no order. So
you mentioned two people I've never really heard anybody mention, Lupe and Budden. I never really hear those two names mentioned. Ghostface is a third, because sometimes people throw Ghost out there, but Lupe and Joe and Budden, I don't hear that often at all.
Ghostface is probably my favorite storyteller in hip hop. Ghostface and Raekwon probably tell better stories than just about anybody. And even though that's my top 10, right?
No stats.
I'm such a student.
You said stacks,
I'm such
right?
a student. Say again?
You said Andre. You said 3 stacks, right?
I didn't, but that's why I was getting to that. I was just about to say Andre. Even though I gave you 10, that was off the top of my head.
Right.
I would be remiss if I didn't mention Andre, Scarface, and let me say this. And I don't know if I've had this conversation with you. When I put Andre on the list, I put Big Boy right beside him.
We had a small intro combo about this, because he was like, Big Boy is that dude too, and I was like, oh yeah, and you was like, yep.
No. All right, so listen. Is Andre the better lyricist of the two? without a doubt. Andre's an alien. Like, Andre is an alien. But Andre didn't give you much work outside of his work with Big Boy. Outkast probably has the best discography in hip hop. Like, I think they have, 6 albums, and
Better
only
than
one
Tribe?
of them is kind of like,
You think better than Tribe?
I'll say one of. One of. Tribe probably has the best. But the only Tribe album I don't like is the Love Movement.
Okay.
And even that album is good. You know what I mean? You just gotta compare people to themselves. So I don't go back to the Love Movement much. But wherever you put Tribe's catalog, you can put Outkast right there.
Okay, well, if you can do Tribe, Outkast, and De La,
Whew.
yeah,
Whew.
yeah.
Whew. And it's funny you say that, right? Because De La's catalog is nowhere on streaming, right? So I had to go dig and find all the CDs just so I could upload it to a cloud so I could listen to it on my phone. They're not. The only albums from De La Soul that are on streaming sites are the ones that they put out independently, like the Grind Date and the Anonymous Nobody. Right. I think is the name of the album. Like if you look, you don't find their catalog. Tommy Boy pretty much raped them. So their catalog is not on streaming services right now.
That makes me real, real sad because I'm definitely going to bump De La over Tribe.
I'm not mad at that.
And then
I am.
Yeah, and then it's like Outkast and De La are kind of neck and neck.
Yeah. I'm not mad at that. De La Soul's catalog is impeccable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we can have that conversation forever.
Oh. Gotta love hip hop.
But that says a lot about the Native Tongues movement. That De La Soul and Tribe Called Quest have two of the greatest catalogs ever.
Yeah, and it was like, especially with very humble, charismatic, low-key MCs, not real braggadocious, not a lot of bravado, not flashy. And it's weird because it's like, I honestly feel like Posthumous and that, like they got lyrics, like Black Thought type lyrics, Most Def type lyrics, Talib type lyrics. And I don't understand how they could never get to that plateau where they could be seen like these people, like because they're just so low key, The lyrically they're not.
You know what? I'll say this. A lot of people don't think about it, but Tribe and De La Soul were putting out gold-selling albums at a time where not everybody was going gold.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't until the Puff era where artists really started going platinum on like a regular basis. Tribe and De La were extremely successful for the time that they were in.
They were good. They're still good.
You know what I mean? Oh yeah. Because I was listening to the last De La Soul album, the Anonymous. I'm pretty sure it's called "And the Anonymous Nobody." That album is impeccable. Like that's a great album.
That beat's
it's so
crazy.
It's so easy. It's so easy to kind of keep your favorite artists from the from like the '90s, like kind of in that era. But De La Soul put out 2 or 3 great albums in the 2000s, like in the recent 2000s, like from like after 2010. I got maybe like 2 or 3 really good De La Soul albums.
I gotta dig to find music now because that makes me very sad in my heart that their music is not like just abundant for me to just go get. So now I gotta do like some crazy searching.
Yeah, no, listen, I got you. Don't worry about it.
All right, so we're about to get into a couple of more VA artists that I want you to check out and give me some feedback. Then we have one really dope song that you asked me to be on, so I was excited about that. We're going to talk about the nation, and we're going to talk about your daughter, okay? But right now we have Solo Brigante. I think that's how you say his name. Solo Brigante with Hostile.
This shit make me wanna dance all on a cop car. Hostile, now I'm feeling like a rock star. Hostile, thought told you we can't stop now. Hostile, I'm turning up, I won't calm down. This shit make me wanna dance all on a cop car. Hostile, now I'm feeling like a rock star. Hostile, thought told you we can't stop now. Hostile, I'm turning up, I won't calm down. Solo, coming straight from the underground. Young nigga got it bad cause I'm brown. Crackers get their pockets fatter, we just wanna matter. They pull us over, wet us up just like a bad bladder. All power to the people, yeah, that's what we after. How about I play Nat Turner and you play the master? Who wouldn't run when you killed anytime you captured? It's called the trap, cause it's the place that they trap you. They lay us down in cement and not green pastures. Mama's crying, family's dying, it's a disaster. Don't you ever try to play us like we some bastards. We gon' turn this pandemic to the fucking rapture. This shit made me wanna dance all on a cop car. Hostile, now I'm feeling like a rock star. Hostile, thought told you we can't stop now. Hostile, I'm turning up, I won't calm down. This shit make me wanna dance all on a cop car. Hostile, now I'm feeling like a rock star. Hostile, thought told you we can't stop now. Hostile, I'm turning up, I won't calm down. Think that you know me, you got me stoked to go Stokely. How we don't matter, you was just crying for Kobe. If it ain't Black Lives Matter, then don't call me your homie by any means necessary. Yeah, that's what Malcolm told me. My girl with Angela Davis when she got her head did. Now we about to go hand man like Fred did. Why the country still treat us like step kids? This a new movement, make sure you step big. But it's about time we start seeing some change. It's a shame that they had to see the country in flames. As long as we stay together, then we won't fall apart. If this the new wave, you could say it's a start. This shit make me wanna dance all on a cop car. Hostile, now I'm feeling like a rock star. Hostile, thought told you we can't stop now. Hostile, I'm turning up, I won't calm down. This shit make me wanna dance all on a cop car. Hostile, now I'm feeling like a rock star. Hostile, thought told you we can't stop now. Hostile, I'm turning up, I won't calm down. Yeah, they keep thinking it's a game. We ain't playing no more.
This is how I say thank you.
What's that sound? It's the waves.
I should call this shit welcome. Okay, I like that. Check it. Gang shit. We ain't never on the same shit. Johnny Storm, high flame shit. Hella fresh, ain't a stain, bitch. Hitsville, bitch, this Pete Rose. I'm always betting on the home team. Always someone with your old thing. We just out here doing grown things. Hella living. Running back, watch me get it. I'm a star, call me Emmett. Neymar, how I kick it. Boy, I could've ran for Senate. Whoa, fucking dope. With your favorite IG model blowing dope. Got your favorite rapper taking notes. Fuck your favorite rapper, there's your quote. Boy, I'm higher than the Pope. Praying for the weak. We been grinding while you sleep. Boy, we grinding while you creep. Boy, we eat, check the teeth. Only thing you see is beef. Grind hard, gotta get it. No days off, no intermissions, nah. Boy, this here ain't a song. Boy, this here like a message. Smoking gas and let it burn. Poured it in like a usher. This shit more like confessions. I ain't never needed nail, nigga. I was always gonna be here, nigga. Why level up, be the stairs, nigga? Why you really think they scared of niggas? Whole team full of special niggas. And everybody around me extra with it. And we don't hang around with extra niggas. Cause we just know you really regular niggas like hella extraordinary. I ain't even know your name, bro. You ain't even who I came for. I don't see you on the same shows. We ain't even on the same flows. Boy, I came to do the most. This for every nigga back in my city. Watch me bring it to the fold. Boy, I'm something like a host. You can tell them that I'm back. And I ain't come here to fraternize, nigga. That's some shit you doing slacks. And I ain't cutting niggas slack, no. Boy, I want this shit forever. Had to get my shit together. Eating good, living better. Now I pull up with the pressure. Name another motherfucker harder. Oh, I'll wait. Check, 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 dot, 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 fuck it. Yeah, I'm fucking with the waves. I'm just trying to stay afloat. You might need you a boat. My team bigger than the ship, and my shit banging like a crib. You ain't hitting shit. Cause all this talk water, you ain't even got a drill. Hey, check it. And this the part where I split.
And this is where I say peace.
That was freaking dope, cuzzo. I like freaking dope.
Yo. All right, so that solo Bagante record is fire.
Yeah.
That joint, that's fire.
He got another one called Bills. He flipped the Destiny Child version of the Bills.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
I also like the NERD flip. On the chorus line. Remember that song, You Can't Be Me, I'm a Rock Star, I'm from the top of a cop car.
I didn't even think about it until you just said that.
Yeah. As soon as he started rapping, I was like, oh, this is the nerd flip. I'm with it. So that pulled me in. What I really liked about it was the messaging, the content that he was saying, but his flow was bouncy.
Right.
So it'll
I
appeal
was to dance, but then I heard then I started listening to it. I was like, no, you can't dance to this.
You can kind of dance. You can kind of dance,
yeah,
but
you can. But
gotta,
it's weird.
You gotta be at a protest.
Yeah, you gotta dance at a protest and hop on the cop car. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the protest two-step anthem.
Two-step in the protest. You silly for that one.
And what was the
Freaking Dope?
Who was the artist that came?
Freaking Dope was the last one we just heard.
Yo, that was a hard follow-up. I'm like, oh, we back to the streets. All right.
We went a little gutter on that one with We went from bouncy conscious to the back in the gutter with Freaking Dope. Freaking Dope makes me laugh.
But I love that about Virginia artists, the versatility.
Yeah, we all
and it reminds me of Philly. Philly is very much the same.
Yeah, Philly doesn't have. Do you feel like Philly has a sound?
Yes and no. Yes, because there's always a sound, but the sound evolves over time. Like in 2001, everybody kind of sounded like Beans.
Okay.
That was the and shout out to Beans. Beans is really high on my list too.
Obviously not
around
that high. Go ahead.
Say that again.
He ain't that high. He ain't made top 10. But go ahead.
No, but see, that's the thing. I'm a hip hop historian, so there are names that I left off, not trying to slight people. Like as I'm thinking, I'm like, dang, I left Royce off my list. Like, and Royce is probably one of my favorite MCs to listen to. But you know what I mean? Like with hip hop, you got 40 years of history. So in 40 years, how many people have rapped? How many people have you listened to? To nail all that down to just 10 names is crazy.
Yeah, it is. It's
but
really hard. It really is.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I left Beans off and didn't even think about it until we had this conversation. Right? But to answer your question, the sound evolves. Like after 2007, there was a time where everybody sounded like Meek.
Yep.
In the midst of all that, you still get artists like Sean. I want to say his name is Sean Smith, who kind of sounds like a younger version of Black Thought. He's really conscious. You know what I mean? So Philly has a sound, but then it doesn't. You know, which is probably the case for any other city. You know, I'm pretty sure VA is like that. Like, there's no distinct sound. You know when somebody's from. Yeah, you know when somebody's from Virginia, but there isn't like a blueprint to follow.
And I think that is the blueprint, that we have such a hodgepodge gumbo of everything around us. Like, the South is under us. The North is on top of us. The Midwest is to the side of us. Yeah. So it's like a weird radius of top down and to the left of us on the map, where like 8 hours either way, we're gonna hit something historically hip hop. We're gonna hit Atlanta. We're
Yeah.
gonna hit New York. We're gonna
Yeah.
hit Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna hit like Chicago. We're gonna hit Ohio. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Right.
we
Right. The
can.
influence of from everywhere, so there's room for every, and that's what I love about hip hop.
Me too.
Well, music in general, because I wanted to say it's specific to hip hop. I love that there's always something for everybody. I love that. Like, and I mean, if you listen to the music that you and I make, like the music that you and I make, that doesn't mean that we don't go listen to some gangster stuff.
Yeah,
You know what I
and
mean?
we have
Or
to.
some mellow stuff. Like,
Of course we do.
music is very much a soundtrack to life. Like, to bring back to what you said earlier, there's a soundtrack to life, and for every moment, you might want to listen to some Jeezy. You might want to listen to some Trainer. You know what I mean? You might want to listen to some,
that's
Quando
one-
Rondo.
That's
You know what I
one
mean?
female
Like,
I
it's
could never get into was Trina.
yeah. You say again?
That was just one chick I just couldn't really get into was Trina.
That's understandable. Yo, as you mentioned Trina, well, I guess I mentioned her first, but shout out to Rhapsody. Rhapsody is probably my favorite female MC after Queen Latifah. Like, and see, that goes back to what I was saying. Like, you end up forgetting names. Like, Rhapsody put out probably two of my favorite projects in the last maybe like 5 years.
You don't think she a little boring?
Say again?
You don't think she a little
Nah.
boring? Okay.
Nah.
I'm just asking.
I could see why somebody else would say that, but that's the beauty of just music being subjective.
Okay,
Like,
you're absolutely right.
you know what I mean? I'm one of those artists or one of those fans that I never get offended by somebody else's opinion of music. All it says to me is your preference.
I mean, you and I are not the ones to get offended by what other people say, especially being a stan.
Yeah.
And as much as we get people coming at
Yeah.
us for being a stan, you can't really do and be a hypocrite and be an anti-stan to other people because we have heavy big shoes to fill and a burden on our shoulders when we take the commitment to defend Eminem.
And you know what's funny? I'm admittedly a stan, and yet I'm not. And when I say that is I'm not the stan that's going to defend everything he does. Like I've called him out on a couple of joints that he had that was like, all right, Sam, what are you doing?
Yeah,
like,
that MGK,
like,
Machine Gun Kelly reply was garbage.
The Kill Shot. You know what's funny? You know what's funny? I liked Kill Shot when I first heard it, and then when I went back to it, I was like, I don't know. Red Devil might have got you out of here, dog.
It's like he just wrote it, like literally 15 minutes before he got in the booth. It was just something he literally put. He couldn't have sat down and put like a thought process to Man Bun. Really? I'm like, nah. He just wrote that.
No. So here's my thing with him, and I feel like Neff said this recently. Neff said that M needs to probably go out and live a little bit. Like he's so locked up in the house that all you're doing now is just kind of throwing words together. The music is still good to me personally, but I understand why there's a disconnect with other people. My issue with M and the Machine Gun Kelly thing and how that all went is, and I told this to my homie. I said, you got to remember that battle started with Not Alike, the record with him and Royce the 5'9".
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that Rap Devil was better than Not Alike, so that's why I still think that M won that battle.
Okay.
I think Rap Devil is better than Kill Shot, but I don't think Rap Devil is better than Not Alike. I think M smoked him on Not Alike, and while I appreciate the rebuttal from Machine Gun Kelly, you know, I listen to Not Alike more than I listen to Rap Devil. So there's that.
Okay, I'll take that. I'll definitely take that. I mean, because you and I, we both feel that we both have that that feel. I'm a stan. Like, so when people say, "Are you a stan?" I'm a hardcore stan. There are times when I'd be like, "Oh my God, I kind of wish you didn't do this, because I get called out. Like people will literally
listen, I know,
tag
I
me
know.
and call me out.
Yeah, when he put out that when he put out Revival, I was kind of I was mad. I was mad that album wasn't better.
Yeah, yeah.
I was, and I've had this conversation with people before, right? Revival as an album is really good content wise. What he's talking about, I really, really enjoy. But the music behind it is terrible, and I was like, "Oh, why did you do this over that?" Like I never
very
want,
questionable.
I never want to hear, I never want to hear him with Rick Rubin ever again. Ever.
No, my God, no! I was so
ever.
disappointed.
Yeah, and I like Rick Rubin, but if that's what y'all come up with together, keep it.
Yeah, don't even do that again. It was y'all wasted a bunch of time and money. I don't even know why y'all did all that. So, here's my question: What's in the future for you, as far as music, family, the kid? Like, what you got going on in the next couple of about? I want to say 6 months to a year. What you got going on?
So, you know what's funny? In a couple of days, it'll be a 1-year anniversary of me putting out the White Rose Project. So I didn't even think about it when you asked me to do this, but I thought about it when you were playing music. I was like, "Yo, this is dope." So to gear up for the 1-year anniversary, I put out the deluxe version of the White Rose Project, which contains the Wyatt Family track, and maybe about 3 or 4 other songs. As soon as things kind of ease up, because Philly is still relatively closed because of the pandemic. As soon as things kind of open back up, I'm going to go back in and start recording for the next project. I've already started writing. I think I've approached you on a collaboration.
Yes, and I'm excited about that as well.
Listen, I'm just putting the work in. as soon as my part is done, you can go crazy.
I mean, I'm gonna do what you want me to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just go in the booth and make you proud. That's my ultimate goal is to go in the booth and make you proud.
You always make me proud.
Oh,
thank you. You don't even have to ask that.
I really appreciate you coming onto the show and chopping it up with me and just hanging out with your
I'm honored to be here. I'm honored to be here. Oh, and you did ask about family. Family is what it is. You know what I mean? Like we're not planning to have any more.
Okay, that's wrong with that.
But you know, I mean, if something happens, you know.
How's little mama doing?
So good.
How's little mama doing?
She is good. She is currently in the bedroom getting ready for sleep, but I can tell that she's dancing her head off. So after I get off of this, I'm probably gonna have to put her to bed.
Okay. Hey, look, you went from rapper to daddy in like 5 minutes.
Listen. Hopefully I can get her to go to bed fast so I can watch Snowfall from last night.
Man, okay, so I need to catch up because I saw that meme with Austin and half of it was 69, and I was like, no! I haven't caught up yet. So I gotta go catch up.
I've stayed off the internet. I've stayed off the internet today. I saw like a half a comment that was pretending the Snowfall was like, nope, not doing it.
Yeah, I definitely had to, because the first, I haven't caught up. So I have to go back and get caught up because when I saw that meme, I was like, the hell is going on Snowfall? So between RuPaul's Drag Race and Snowfall, I don't know what to do with myself right now. So, yes. But we are going to go.
How far behind are you?
I'm on the first season. I'm on season this season, but I'm on the first episode. Like I haven't started this season.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I haven't started this season yet.
You know what? I think last night was episode 9. They have one more episode left. So whenever you have time to binge, just get through it.
I'm trying to think now. When am I going to have time to binge? I might have to do it tonight and tomorrow.
I feel you. I had to. So I guess maybe about 3 months ago is when I started watching because I wasn't watching a couple years ago. My wife actually suggested it to me, like, cause she was watching it at work. Say again?
You just got into it?
I just got into it, man. I was binging that with your little cousin.
Now I've been into it for like 2 years, but this last season I was just like, all right, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
And I fall asleep, and I'm like, I'm gonna watch it. So tonight and tomorrow, definitely Sunday, because I'm not doing anything on Sunday. I'm gonna have to straight up binge watch this because I need to know what's going on. Are you on the last season now?
I am currently caught up.
Oh,
I am currently caught up.
We definitely gotta talk about this.
So just text me. Text me when you get caught up.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of getting caught up, all right, you all know that Thursday podcast comes on Thursdays between 8 and 9:30. Right before the Thursday podcast, we have the No Name Show with Mr. Peter. That's from, 6 to 7:30. On Fridays, we have the La Gigi and Elo Show from 4 to 6. Then we have the Latin Jazz and Salsa Show from 6 to 10. On Saturdays, we have a new show, La Voz Latina with David Aporte. I hope I said all of that right. That is from 10 to 12 on Saturday. His sponsor is the River City Communications, so they're going to be helping him out with his show. Later on Saturday, from 12:30 to 2:30, have the Latin Jazz and Salsa Show. That's on 1340 AM and 96.9 FM. And then on Sunday, what do we have Sunday? No. On Sunday, we have, this is on Wednesday. We have a new show here at Oasis Broadcasting Network. Steve Rankin, former NFL players of the Philadelphia Eagles. Do you know who he is?
Wait, who's the name?
Steve Rankin.
I know the name, but not like
He used
that.
to be a Philadelphia Eagle. He has a show on the podcast.
Unfortunately, I'm more of a Raiders fan. So,
Ooh, wow. Even Philly and
but
an Eagles fan.
Yeah, I'm not. Unfortunately, most of my sports teams are outside of Philadelphia.
Wow. I don't know how to take that one, but okay.
It is what it is.
Now, we're going to end the Thursday podcast with your last song. This song is called The Nation. Please tell us about this song before we close out.
Say that again. Tell you about.
Say what?
Wait. Say that again.
I said I want you to tell us about The Nation before we close out.
Oh, okay. So The Nation. Again, that goes back to me being a wrestling fan. It was a reference to the Nation of Domination. It was a wrestling faction of all black wrestlers. It's where Dwayne Johnson, a.k.a. The Rock, got his start. That's when he became The Rock, being in the Nation of Domination. The wrestling group was basically a play on the Nation of Islam. They were pro-black, and they did things by, air quote, any means necessary. So me and another artist, I know Brosco, who's on this song, we decided to do that song together. And I was like, you know what, let me get a couple of MCs that I really respect on there. So I had to call my cousin. And did you smoke that verse or whatever? Like, oh, my God, thank you for doing that.
I appreciate it. You call, I come through. That's what family does.
And I appreciate it. But yeah, The Nation is produced by my man Dre Flows. Features I know Brosco, my cousin Cooler, Courtesy and Motor General. Courtesy's from L.A., Brosco's from Philly, you being from Virginia, and Motor General's from Jersey. So that was another reason why I called it The Nation, because it was a bunch of MCs from all over the country.
That's dope. That's definitely a nice little hodgepodge of MCs from all over the place. You said Jersey,
That's right.
Philly, Virginia, and L.A.?
Yep.
Nice. Very nice. All right. Well, we're going to close the show with Azriel DiCaprio's song, A Collaborative Method of Multiple MCs. This joint is called The Nation.
Here and apologize to me for over 400 years of what we call antagonizing, slavery, washing your cars, taking care of your kids, building your houses, building this country, and you think you can apologize
a black man, like the nation is. Hey, I'm a...
By any means now, welcome to the nation. Time for talk is over, it's an action conversation. Thinking man's game, and I've been contemplating fists in the air, Ron Simmons domination. You ever seen a murder, you should see my pen glide. We just came to kill everything, that's Chris Benoit. Black horsemen will be moved like a nation. Off the plantation, a plan for domination. If I'm up the bat, I'm swinging for the fence. My range just getting started, run for cover, you'll get drenched. Won't keep you in suspense, commence with the slasher flick. Play it how I'm supposed to, your stats come with an asterisk. Put my team on my back, carry him down the ramp, stand them all beside me long as one of us is champ. That's black unity, coupled with full immunity. For verbal homicide, there's nothing more that they can do with me. My mantra is mama, memory of Gianna, and an R.B. to Kobe. We carry your torch with honor till my jersey's in the rafters, and my daughter owns my master. Just a slave to the game, even the chains of motion capture.
I got a lot left in the tank. That's what I do.
What you sucker niggas, I don't play well. Born in the city where the hate dwell. Fist fight, face swell, grip tight, blaze 12. Had my mom on edge as a Christian like I'm Gangrel. Brutal, baptized, hit the track, backslide, moonwalk. Depressed all May, to the point I took June off. Damn, all July I gotta kill shit. Prepping for the drama, August bring like I'm Will Smith. They know if this the nation, then I'm Mark Henry. Overlooked, underrated, but it don't offend me. Love and respect, yeah, they show me plenty, but that mean nothing if my bank account is showing pennies. Want for my brother what I want for myself. I would never hate if I see my dog win a belt. They never offered me help. Hall of Pain, how I felt. Gun in hand, SummerSlam, I hope all of them melt. I told DiCaprio to let me at him, bro. It's time to shock the system like I'm Adam Cole. Who said they want a match with Skull? Mankind off the cell is how that match will go.
Divide and conquer, we did that, we came from scratch. They know we stronger together, homie, let's make it happen. Domination, a combination of struggle and greatness. I got your back, just say the words, no debating. I came from where everything is a fight and we against odds. But now I see it clear why they don't care when one of us die. They want us to ride on each other, my guys, I love them, my pie, I cut and share my pieces. In the discussion, mention meatloaf artillery, know my methods, be on killer beef, better protect your neck or they inspecting flesh. We came to dominate, I stand with my brothers, watch we do wonders in any brand field and smash numbers. No jumpers, but a team full of shooters. Watch out for each other, we gotta protect the troopers. You stupid if you think we ain't spitting raw when we do this. Welcome to the nation, accept this invitation.
Hey yo, cuz, we coming through. The VA and Philly on one track. Queen Cooler, my boy Azriel, we coming through with the nation.
I use the tears of my ancestors working plantations. I know my pen game is part of their creation. Taking advantage of my gift, the gab. There's no receipt, so I know I cannot give that back. That makes me laugh. Coming from a shaky past, my wordplay is powerful like C4 blast. I'm on this track with my cousin, so I know to be great. You put the crown on your head, but you can't handle the weight. They coming for the cooler, but there ain't no debate. God chilled on the 7th, cause she made me on the 8th. I created self-esteem in me. I created the ability to dream in me. I call that the keep it queen in me. You see the gleam in me. Rising to the top, baby, that's the cream in me. Cooler Bond, Azriel coming through with the nomination. Cause we reppin' for the nation.
Light skin, I ain't never been a house nigga or cloud chaser. Uniform, we one nation of unity. Let's rebuild our communities instead of glorifying how destructive that we used to be. It's all foolery. The persona to the jewelry. Only heaven skies is the job that can rule me. Police brutally on pressure for several centuries. Tainted history. Willie Lynch, our mentality until the day is starting to park. Hip hop brought young black brothers to spark this here art. Graffiti on the walls, backspins on cardboard. Dougie Fresh beatboxing while we letting bars off to X lost the spot. And I'm here with the same sword off that Malcolm got. I'ma keep bridging the gap, encouraging my peoples to use their minds instead of distract. Yeah.
Thank you so much for tuning in with the Thursday podcast and letting me get my feet wet. We're doing my very first live phone interview. Thank you so much for calling in. I truly appreciate, 1, meeting you, 2, vibing out, 3, us always, being there, listening to each other's music, giving each other constructive, dope feedback. I really appreciate for somebody who's not like technically my blood, you are definitely my family. I really appreciate you.
Likewise. Love you much. Give the kids my love.
You too. Put the baby to sleep, and I'll talk to you later because I'm going to go home and watch Snowfall tonight.
Listen, I'm watching right now. I'll text you later.
Too. Love you.
Love you too.
Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to the Thursday podcast. This is your girl, Kula Von Seal, and I will see you in 7 days. Peace.